I am Lotf Ali Khan Zand. My name is Lotf Ali Khan Zand. I was born into a kingdom that would one day depend on me. I never imagined history would remember me as the last king of the Zand dynasty. When Kerman Khan Zand died, the peace of Persia died with him. The throne became a prize for ambitious men. Princes fought princes. Governors betrayed their own rulers. Cities changed hands again and again. The people no longer prayed for victory. They prayed for peace. I was still a young man when the crown was placed upon my head. Many doubted me. They saw my age. But they did not see my determination. I knew I could not rule from behind palace walls. If my soldiers were willing to die for Persia, then I had to be willing to die beside them. So I rode with them. I fought with them. I bled with them. Many times we faced armies far larger than our own. Many times we achieved victories that no one thought possible. Every victory gave my people hope. Hope that the Zand dynasty might survive. Hope that Persia might know peace again. But every battle cost us dearly. For every victory, I buried more friends. I watched my army grow smaller with every campaign. While my strength faded, my greatest enemy only became stronger. Aga Muhammad Khan Qajar did not fight with courage alone. He fought with patience, with fear, and with betrayal. One by one, the men who had once sworn loyalty to me abandoned my cause. Some feared him. Some desired power. Some simply believed my defeat was inevitable. The deepest wound came from Shiraz. A city I loved. A city I had sworn to protect. Haj Ibrahim Kalantar turned against me and opened the path for my enemy. That betrayal hurt more than any sword ever could. Still, I refused to surrender. As long as I could still hold a sword, the fight would continue. One night, I saw an opportunity that could end the war forever. With only a handful of trusted warriors beside me, I slipped into Aga Muhammad Khan's camp under the cover of darkness. We passed through the enemy lines without being seen. At last, his command tent stood before us. One more step, and everything could have changed. Then one of my men whispered that Aga Muhammad Khan was not inside. I believed him. I ordered my men to withdraw. Years from now, people may wonder if that information was false. Sometimes, I wonder the same. If I had entered that tent, would Persia have remembered a different ending? I never found the answer. Instead, my journey led me toward Kerman, a city that would witness my final battle. When I arrived in Kerman, the people welcomed me as their king. I could see hope in their faces. They believed I could still save the kingdom. I wanted to believe it too. Not because I feared death, but because I believed Persia deserved one last chance. Soon, Aga Muhammad Khan arrived with an army far larger than mine. His soldiers surrounded the city from every direction. No one could leave. No one could enter. The siege had begun. The days grew longer. The food slowly disappeared. The wells began to dry. Every morning, I walked through the streets of Kerman. I saw hungry children trying to smile. I saw mothers sharing their last pieces of bread. I saw wounded soldiers asking for nothing except another sword. My commanders urged me to escape while I still could. "Your Majesty," they said, "if you live, the kingdom still has hope." But how could I leave the people who had trusted me? What kind of king saves himself while his people are left behind? So I stayed. Every sunrise brought another battle. Every sunset brought another funeral. Still, the people of Kerman refused to surrender. They fought beside me until they had nothing left to give. But courage cannot stop hunger forever. One morning, the walls were finally broken. The enemy poured into the city. The battle was over. The nightmare had just begun. Before I could be surrounded, a few loyal companions forced me to leave the city. It was the hardest decision of my life. Behind me, Kerman was burning. Later, news reached us that filled every survivor with horror. Aga Muhammad Khan had ordered a punishment unlike anything Persia had ever seen. According to many historical accounts, thousands of men were blinded, their eyes torn from their sockets. Thousands more were killed. Families were torn apart. The city that had trusted me was left in ruins. That memory would stay with me for the rest of my life. Even after Kerman, I refused to surrender. With only a handful of loyal men beside me, I crossed deserts and mountains. I searched for allies. I searched for one final chance to fight. Instead, I found one final betrayal. I was tired. Not of fighting, but of watching good men die while others traded their honor for power. I still believed I could rebuild my army. I still believed Persia was worth saving. But while searching for refuge, I was betrayed by people I trusted. My horse was taken. My sword was taken. For the first time in years, I could no longer fight. That was the last moment I witnessed with my own eyes. From that moment on, history spoke for him. Lotf Ali Khan Zand, the last king of the Zand dynasty, was taken before Aga Muhammad Khan in chains. The man who had spent years leading from the front now stood as a prisoner before his greatest enemy. But even in defeat, he refused to bow. According to historical accounts, he was imprisoned, tortured, and later blinded before his execution. No plea for mercy was ever recorded. In 1794, Lotf Ali Khan Zand was executed. With his death, the Zand dynasty came to an end, and the Qajar dynasty became the new ruler of Persia. He did not leave behind a vast empire. He left behind something far more difficult to destroy. Honor, courage, and the memory of a king who chose to fight until the very end. History remembers many rulers for the lands they conquered. But Lotf Ali Khan Zand is remembered for something greater. He never surrendered.